The morning sun barely touched the icy slopes of the Crystal Mountains. Sonic stood at the cliff's edge, wind rushing through his quills. "So, this is Eggman's new playground, huh?" he smirked. Tails adjusted his scanner. "I'm picking up strange energy signals below the mountain. Looks like he's building something huge underground." Before they could move, the ground trembled. A swarm of Eggman's frostbots burst from beneath the snow, eyes glowing red. "Looks like the welcome party's here," Sonic shouted, spinning into a blue blur. Knuckles slammed his fists into the frozen ground, sending shards of ice flying. Amy twirled her hammer, knocking bots into the air. As they fought, Tails noticed something strange, a crystal shard glowing near the rocks. "Guys, this crystal, it's feeding the bots energy." Sonic grabbed it mid-fight. "Then we cut off their power source." With a single spin dash, he shattered the crystal, and the bots collapsed instantly. But as the silence returned, a deep rumble echoed through the mountains, a mechanical roar from deep within. Eggman's voice crackled over the speakers. "Welcome to my new fortress, Sonic. Let's see if you can handle the cold." Sonic looked up as a massive door opened in the mountainside, glowing red inside. "Let's move," he said with a grin. "Adventure's calling." The team stepped inside the glowing tunnel, walls made of shimmering blue crystal and steel. Frost clung to every surface, and the sound of humming machinery echoed through the cavern. "This place gives me the creeps," Amy whispered, her breath turning to mist. Tails tapped on his handheld scanner. "Eggman's signal is coming from deeper inside. But there's something else, a second energy source, stronger than anything I've seen before." Sonic grinned. "Sounds like our kind of trouble." He dashed ahead, his footsteps echoing. Knuckles followed, smashing through chunks of ice blocking their path. Suddenly, the floor cracked open beneath them. They leapt aside just as a massive ice golem robot emerged, its body made entirely of glowing crystals. It roared, sending shockwaves through the tunnel. "Whoa, that's new," Sonic said, dodging a swipe that shattered the wall beside him. "I'll handle the big guy." Knuckles charged forward, punching its chest, but the robot barely flinched. Amy swung her hammer at its leg, creating a crack in the crystal. "Tails, any bright ideas?" Sonic yelled. "I think the crystal's reacting to heat. If we can overheat it, it'll melt down." Sonic grinned. "Then let's bring the heat." He dashed in circles around the golem, his speed building friction on the icy ground. The air shimmered with energy as sparks flew, and with a final spin dash, he slammed into the golem's core. The robot exploded in a burst of steam and light, collapsing into shards. As the dust settled, Tails' scanner beeped again. The second energy signal had moved deeper underground. Eggman's laughter echoed through the tunnel. "You're close, Sonic, but not close enough." Sonic tightened his gloves. "We'll see about that." The deeper Sonic and his friends went, the warmer it became. The icy tunnel slowly turned into metallic halls glowing red with energy lines running through the walls. Steam hissed from vents, and the ground vibrated beneath their feet. Tails checked his scanner again. "That energy reading, it's not just from a machine. It's alive." "Alive?" Amy frowned. "You mean Eggman's building a living weapon?" Before Tails could reply, the lights flickered. A huge metal door ahead of them opened with a thunderous clang. Inside, a massive crystal core floated, surrounded by robotic arms and glowing cables. The energy inside it pulsed like a heartbeat. And standing before it was Dr. Eggman himself, smirking. "Welcome to the future, Sonic. Behold the Chaos Reactor, powered by ancient mountain crystals. With it, I'll create an army that never runs out of energy." Sonic clenched his fists. "Not if we have anything to say about it." Eggman laughed. "Oh, but you're too late. The reactor is already awakening." Suddenly, the core flared bright blue, and the mountain began to shake violently. Robots poured in from every corner. Knuckles and Amy jumped into battle, smashing and spinning through the metallic swarm. Tails flew toward the console, frantically typing. "If I can reverse the energy flow, we might overload the core and shut it down." Sonic sped around the room, dodging lasers and explosions, trying to give Tails time. But Eggman wasn't done. He pressed a button, and the crystal core split open, revealing a glowing creature inside, a crystal beast, pulsing with chaos energy. "Say hello to my masterpiece," Eggman declared. "The Chaos Titan." The creature roared, shaking the entire fortress. Sonic's eyes widened. "Guess the real fight starts now." The fortress trembled as the Chaos Titan burst free from its crystal prison, its entire body glowing with blue and red energy. Each step shook the mountain. The team stumbled back, staring up at the creature that towered over them. Eggman hovered above in his mech, laughing. "You see, Sonic? You can't outrun power itself." Sonic grit his teeth. "We'll see about that." He dashed forward, landing blow after blow, but the Titan's crystal armor absorbed every hit. The monster swung its massive claw, sending Sonic flying into a metal wall. "Sonic." Amy ran toward him, blocking an incoming strike with her hammer. Knuckles jumped onto the Titan's back, trying to crack its armor. "It's too strong," he shouted. Tails flew above, scanning the beast. "There's a weak point, the Chaos Core in its chest. But it's unstable. If we hit it wrong, it could explode." "Then we'll just have to do it right," Sonic said, getting back up, eyes blazing. They launched into action, Amy distracting the Titan, Knuckles punching open a path to the core, and Tails firing an energy blast to expose the weak spot. Sonic charged up his speed, a blue aura forming around him. Time to end this. He dashed up the Titan's arm, spinning faster than ever before. Just as the creature raised its claw to strike, Sonic launched a super spin dash, piercing through the Chaos Core. A blinding explosion of light erupted. The Titan let out a deafening roar as its body began to crumble. Eggman's mech spun out of control.
"No."
"My creation," he screamed as the fortress started collapsing. Tails yelled, "The whole place is falling apart. We have to move." Sonic looked at the fading light of the Titan. "Not yet. I've got one last thing to do." Smoke and light filled the collapsing fortress. The crystal walls shattered like glass, and molten energy spilled through the cracks. Sonic stood in the chaos, watching the Chaos Titan's fading core pulse weakly in the rubble. Tails shouted from above, "Sonic, the whole mountain's gonna blow. We have to leave, now." But Sonic didn't move. "If that core explodes, it'll destroy the entire valley. I have to take it out before it goes critical." Knuckles clenched his fists. "Then we're not leaving you behind." Sonic smiled, shaking his head. "You've all done enough. I'll finish this one." Amy's eyes filled with worry. "Sonic, please." "Hey," Sonic grinned. "I'm the fastest thing alive, remember? I'll catch up." With that, he blasted forward into the heart of the crumbling fortress. The unstable Chaos Core pulsed like a living heart, ready to detonate. Sonic could feel the heat and energy burning around him. Tails' voice echoed in his comms. "Sonic, if you spin fast enough, you can redirect the energy into the mountain's ice veins. It might freeze the explosion." "Then, let's do this," Sonic shouted. He launched into a spin, faster and faster, glowing with blue lightning. The air cracked with power as he channeled the chaos energy upward. The fortress erupted in a blinding flash, and then silence. Outside, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles watched as the mountain glowed faintly, then slowly froze over, encasing the fortress in crystal ice. Moments later, a streak of blue light zipped across the sky. Sonic landed beside them, smiling. "Told you I'd catch up." Everyone laughed in relief as dawn broke over the frozen peaks. Eggman's mech lay frozen in the distance, his voice faint and angry. "This isn't over, Sonic." Sonic looked at the sunrise, wind in his quills. "Maybe not, but today we won."